Welcome.
Hi. I've been watching and just noticing this glass of water that's been
It's
here.
new.
And it's just checking to make sure it's hygienic, you know.
I swear that a person comes and changes it out each time.
Right. Would you like a sip?
I know that this is a story you've told so many times, but I just really think it's so inspirational to hear it.
Which story?
Well, the story of the fact that you originally did not get the part of Nora in past lives because it was meant to be a little bit younger, right?
Greta Gerwig, you mean?
What was that like for you to try to, knowing that at the time you weren't going to play this part that you had responded to kind of put it behind you and not keep thinking about it? And then what was the shock like when Celine came back to you?
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're not familiar with the story of how this incredible movie, if I may say so myself, that I love so much, came into my life, it really does reflect sort of the tenets of the movie. I mean, I feel so firmly that I have inyan with this movie. Inyan, this thing that I had never thought about my whole life. I can no longer unsee inyan. I would like an inyan break, actually. Like now we all have inyan, and it's too much. Right. There's too many of you. It was one of those things. I got a script, and I had made a career of playing mostly supporting roles, and I had been working steadily for about 20 years, and had been feeling very lucky to do so. And I got a script that just said, you know, subject line from one of my agents who's here, Houston, who said, you know, do you speak Korean? And I kind of thought, yes. And we went through the process, and basically, I didn't get the job. And there were many turns of events, and a great one that includes Greta Gerwig. I got a call that I had assumed was for me regarding the movie and this big meeting, and it ended up being a call for the other Greta, not Greta Garbo, but for Greta Gerwig. But this is to say that it was so immediately clear that this script was so, it was so striking for so many reasons. It felt so both small and urgent and necessary, and like everything I had been searching for my whole life without even knowing that that's what it could be. I had never expected that, given the world that we live in that seems to support, well, can I say excess or the loudest voice in the room, that maybe something like this, a quieter construct of love that we can all understand, would be a something worthy, this worthy endeavor. And that is all because of Celine's song.
My understanding is that in several situations, Celine's song went for really interesting realism on this shoot. If there were two characters that had never met each other before, the two guys, for instance, in the movie, she had them as actors not meet until they met while the cameras were rolling. Had you ever been in a production that did anything like that before, and what did that add to the equation for you?
Yeah, I mean, what is incredible about the film is the moment you see Arthur and Hye-sung meet for the first time, that is actually the moment the two brilliant actors, Teo Yoo and John Magaro, are actually meeting for the very first time. So there were some I'll call them experiments that were engineered in order to honor the spirit of this film. Just about like a genuine and real depiction of what love can be and how it manifests for us in a very tangible way. It's the biology of love, of what that actually feels like. And it was challenging and sometimes annoying and devastating and uncomfortable and embarrassing to undergo. But that's what we did, yeah.
I was intrigued to learn that music was important to you on the set to kind of prepare and get in a vibe or a mood. Billie Eilish, for instance, I know you've spoken about listening to her specific songs. How did she help you? How did her music help you on this?
Yes, hi Billie. You're never gonna see this, but she knows. The thing about this movie, one of many, it's this woman who is so, in a lot of ways, certain about her life and certain about what she wants out of her life. And that is the piece that felt so radical and central to the story that we were telling, that you could tell a love story and present, let's say, what could seem like a conventional love triangle through the lens of a woman who is not constructing her identity based on who she loves. That love is not a choice that is right or wrong. That love can exist as its own construct that manifests in our lives for all of us, no matter who you are. And Billie Eilish helped me with that. She has this one song in particular about being in love with your future. I mean, this is a thing that I've carried with me even now, this idea that the greatest romance of your life could actually be the one that you have with your own life.
One of the most beautiful and surprising things that I've learned about this film and you is that when your mom saw it, she said to you, "I'm Nora." Was that a surprise to you when you heard that, or were there things about her life and experience that you thought she would relate to?
Yeah, that's she is a very mysterious woman who I had never previously seen cry before. So that was a very special experience for me. She saw the movie and she was very emotional, and she said, you think the movie is about you, but actually, I am Nora, which I loved. So
Did you have questions for her after she said that?
many, and she answered them maybe a week later when she was ready, when she was ready.
Oh my God. Okay, forgive me, but just because I love the morning show so much, which you're on, of course, what have your morning show friends, morning show cast members said when they saw Past Lives?
They said, "Holy shit, Greta." Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
You called Nora the role of a lifetime. Why?
I think that is something that I'm still trying to find the right words to explain. I think about certain moments in the film when Nora is sitting in a yellow cab driving into New York City, and the experience that I had of feeling the camera, 35 millimeter, on my face for several seconds. And to you, that might be frivolous, but in that moment, understanding, I don't know the last time I've ever seen an Asian American woman on screen existing for more than several seconds.
I'm glad this changed your life because it changed the lives of many people.
Although I did notice that you did tell Andrew that no other movie had moved you more than his. And, you know, we're not keeping score backstage, but we are. So, and I just want to know, you know, like, so are you telling me that you didn't cry during Past Lives? Because, you know,
I was moved by Past Lives, but All of Us Strangers, I mean, it's going to move the gay guy more. You're going to have to forgive me.
All is forgiven.
I love you, Greta. It's so great to see you.
Yes.
Greta Lee, everybody. Stay right there.